Hello, this is Idodmg and welcome back to the channel. In this Valheim video, I want to share some really super noob tips and tricks. It is 2 a.m. I just got done with an almost 7-8 hour long stream and game session with Valheim. Shout out to everyone that came out and hung out tonight and joined the DMGCREW server. I had an absolute blast playing with you guys and I'm pumped for this weekend. But I did notice that there were some questions that I felt would have been easier to just show and answer in a video. So this video is really aimed at those people that are just maybe playing the game for the first time, and I really hope this will help you understand the game and help you get off on the right foot. Let's go ahead and talk Valheim Beginner's tips and tricks. When you very first start out in Valheim, you're going to have absolutely nothing. I think the game starts you out with reg pants and a reg shirt, and that's pretty much it. The very first thing you're going to want to do is talk to the little birdie with an exclamation mark over his head. This is your guide throughout the game. But once you've gotten past that, that's pretty obvious. You're going to want to hit your tab button. This will all be empty, and it won't look like this at all. But you're going to have these 4 basic items that you can actually craft. Torch is great for the night times. I would suggest just going around with your bare fists, and you can punch the little shrub-like trees. Let's see if I can find some here in the video to show you. Yeah, if you see just these simple little sapling trees or whatever you want to call them, you can actually punch these down and gather wood that way. This is definitely what you want to do right out of the gate. You also want to be looking around at the ground around you, looking for stone. These are going to be your 2 main crafting reagents in the very first early minutes of the game. You can typically find stone around different rocks in the ground and everything. I think a lot of the stone has been picked up in this area that I'm at right now, since I saw a lot stashed in the house. But yeah, here you go. Here's one. That's what you're looking for. You're just going to go around picking up stone. You're going to go around picking up wood. That's going to be your basic crafting needs right there. I would recommend crafting the club first and foremost. It's cheap. It only costs 6 wood. And you'll also have an advantage in combat, just in case there's one of those annoying greylings that's chasing you around that you want to knock out. So after you've made the club, you can then go ahead, and I would recommend making the hammer. And you're also going to want the stone axe. You're going to want both of these. You can really do it in any order that you want. The stone axe is used to knock down trees and get more wood quicker, while the hammer is actually used for crafting and putting together buildings. Think of it as like your catalyst for building. The way it works is you throw on, you see these numbers, these blue numbers. That is your hot bar, basically. So I have the hammer thrown on my slot 5 of my toolbar. So in order to do that, I'll press the 5 button and right click to bring up the building UI. We have different tabs in here. You have miscellaneous, crafting, building, and furniture. This should all be relatively straightforward. You also have over here in the top left is just a general repair, so that you can go around and repair buildings that you think need fixed. I just recently did a pass here, but normally when you're looking at wood, you'll notice some of them look a little bit miscolored. You see how this one down here, it's kind of hard to see from this angle, but it's just slightly more dingy than the board above it. You can kind of tell a little difference there. That means that it needs repair. This is actually NK's foundation. I should probably let you know to get on this, and I hate to see this thing collapse, man. Dude, he put like 5-6 hours into this house, by the way. Shout out to NK. I wish, man. Good lad, good lad. Definitely has more patience when it comes to building than I do. Well, let's see here. Back to our tips and tricks video. So we have, you're going to want a campfire, which is really cheap, 2 wood and 5 stone. You're going to want to have a fire near your house. One tip I have is placing the fire just either right out front or by the side, because that's going to impact when you enter your house. That's going to impact your comfort level. Among other things, you can also place a cooking rack on there as well. That's also within the crafting menu here. The cooking station, you can actually fit 3 over top. Just put them on there. And then one other thing, this was tricky for me when I first started, is I'll see if I have any raw meat to show you. Sorry, this video is just kind of like jumbled. I'm trying to make it as straight to the point as possible, but I don't have any raw meat on me right now. But you'll push E to throw the item on, and at first glance it may look like you're just trying to put your hand in the fire, but trust me, if you zoom in and look, you'll actually see that there's a piece of meat hanging then from those hooks, and then you wait about 30 seconds until they show that they're cooked. Grab them off. If you keep them on too long, they'll burn and turn to coal, so do keep an eye on them while they're cooking. Another tip or trick I have, and I'm just kind of going off memory here and what I can try to remember, is in order to craft anything, first and foremost, with your hammer, you need to have down a crafting station. This costs 10 wood, relatively cheap, but you have to have it down. And you'll notice there's like a white line around. That is showing the perimeter. If I go outside of that area and too far away from the crafting table, I can't craft outside of there. So you do have to have them placed strategically at times, especially if you're doing a big project like NK here. But what I wanted to show you here was on the workbench. If you go in here, there's this little hammer that you can click, and this is how you repair your items. You can see the white bars, the durability. You click it once and it'll repair one random item in your inventory. Click it multiple times to just heal up everything that you have, and everything will be healed back to full. You can see these are not repairing. These pieces of armor actually require a workstation level 3. And in order to upgrade your workstation, you need to actually craft the chopping block and tanning rack, and you just place them close by where the workbench is, and it'll rank it up so you can craft higher level plans and repair higher things. I had a rank 3 bench, and now it's gone. Oh, that sucks. Okay, that sucks. Keep in mind, if you do place the chopping block and the tanning rack next to your crafting station, if you go to build another crafting station, you'll have to build those 2 items again in order to rank it up. It looks like our crafting station we removed because we figured, oh, there's one inside this building. I had a level 3 crafting station here, but yeah, we removed it thinking, well, there's already a station inside the house of here. But yeah, we're going to have to rebuild those 2 stations anyway. That'll be tomorrow's project. Back to tips and tricks. I'm trying to think about what else. I mean, this is really... Building is I'm not very great at building. I don't have a lot of tips for it other than it's a good idea that when you're starting your first house, you can use the hoe that you have here. I have mine on hotkey 6. And you can hotkey 7. You can lower the ground around you. And then also I've seen people place down these vertical beams to set up a foundation to build on before you place down your actual floor tiles. Anyway, there's a lot to building. There's a lot, and I really don't have much time spent in that realm. A few other really basic tips and tricks here is your very first bed. Once you place it down and interact with it once, it will actually set that as your respawn points. Whenever you die, you'll come back to life there. In order to be able to use the bed, it needs to have a roof over it. You have to be in shelter. You have to have a nice little area set up for that. And the last thing I really want to talk about in this video, hopefully I'll do more in-depth, more complex videos. For tonight, I just want to explain how the food meter down here works for you. You're going to see I only have 25 health, so if I eat, let's say I eat a mushroom, my health pool can now be up to whatever it is, 50. So each food item that I eat increases my max health. The best thing to do here is eat that cooked meat, and then you can also find, they call them necks in the game. They're lizards is what they really are. But if you cook that lizard meat, you can eat that, and then also the cooked meat I just ate, and then something else, because you cannot be digesting 2 of the same food. You can only be digesting one of one type of food. So right now I have a berry, a mushroom, and cooked meat going through my system. So that's how you get more max health. And then you're going to notice this red icon up here in the top right that says I am rested. What that means is I regenerate my health and stamina quicker. Which brings me to another point here is you can hit tab to open up your menu and click on the crow, and you can see all of your active effects within this UI. Nice little thing so you can kind of see what's going on in the game. But yeah, my recommendation is find some foods that you can keep your health up, stay rested so you get that regeneration. Really, that's pretty much it, man. Just get your basic things crafted, your hammer, start crafting away, exploring. Don't be scared to go out and explore. If you die, the stuff does drop where you die, but you can go back and retrieve it. So I think you do lose a little bit of skills when you do die, so you don't want to die a whole bunch, but at the same time, don't be scared to just check out and see what there is in the world. The world's freaking huge, dude. We've spent, I don't know, I've probably spent at least 15 hours probably playing. And this is really all we've discovered. I mean, if you zoom all the way out, it's crazy. This game's crazy, man. That's going to be it for my late night tips and tricks, I guess. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. That's going to be it for this beginner's tips and tricks video. I hope this helped you get started off on the right foot in Valheim. It can be very, very intimidating when you very first start. I know firsthand because I am not super great or very well experienced with survival type games. This game had a steep learning curve for me, and that's why I wanted to make this video, so I could share some of the things that I've learned, and I hope they help you out with navigating the world and understanding how to get started out when you very first start playing. Thank you so much. If you watched the end of this video, I hope you have a wonderful day. I really appreciate it, guys. The support means the absolute world to me. If you enjoy this video and all the content on the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, or ring that bell to get notified when I post new weekly videos. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.